Good morning. JoJo Williams here. It is 4:34 a.m. Monday morning. I have been up for an hour now. Super excited to be awake. I usually get up around 5 a.m. to be up for my East Coast team for their business hours at 8 a.m. But I listened to a training last night by Cedric Harris on the 10 ways to change the world. And I don't know what happened in my sleep. I mean, I know I was pumped up when I listened to the call. I intended on getting up early. I was set the alarm for 4 o'clock, but I actually woke up at 3:30. I could not sleep because I was so excited, so pumped up from that training. And so I thought, over the next 10 days, I'm going to talk about the 10 ways to change the world, to change your world, to change you more specifically. And I'm just going to pick one topic a morning and make a short video so I'm not overloading you and just give you a little tip for the day that you can carry through the day. And today I'm going to start with number one, which is practice gratitude. Just be grateful for everything, everything. So I know for some of you who are going through tough times in your life, you may be thinking, how can I be grateful for this? So or maybe some of you are going, I have nothing. What is there to be grateful for? There's always something to be grateful for. Always something. So if you have nothing or there's stuff that you want, focus on what you do have. Because the goal is not to say I'm grateful. That's just the beginning. The goal is to develop the feeling of gratitude where it just resonates through your whole being. You feel that sensation of gratitude. Think back in some time in your life where things were so great that you were just vibrating with just gratitude. You want to be at that vibration because like energy attracts like energy. And if you're vibrating at gratitude, you're going to attract a lot in your life to be grateful for. Or you could take it a step further and be grateful for the tough parts of your life. I've moved beyond only being grateful for what I have and truly grateful for the challenging moments because looking back over my life, I remember that these moments were the moments that grew me the most, that built the character that I have, that created the resiliency and the resourcefulness and in me. And looking back, there are times in my life that I thought it was the most horrible thing. So I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. This is a funny one. My second husband left me for another woman. So it's a little personal. I guess it's not so funny when it happened. Okay, so 13 years ago, he left me for another woman. And a couple months ago, one of my best friends and me were out at Red Lobster having a celebratory dinner to celebrate my success in Gymnast Global. And I look up, and the woman that he left me for is waiting the table next to me. So we all worked at Red Lobster together 13 years ago, and at the time when this happened, I was devastated. Oh, and I hated them both, and I had to say every day, God, please forgive them as I already have. And the truth was, I hadn't forgiven them, and I didn't for many, many years. But in this moment, I was looking at her, and I just started laughing. And my friend said, "Do you know her?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Is that her, the girl?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Why are you so happy?" I said, "I just want to get up and give her a hug. Like, I just want to get up and say thank you and give her a hug." He said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, I want you to really think about this. Had that event not taken place, I'd probably still be with my husband and I'd probably still be working at Red Lobster as a waitress as well. I would still be living an ordinary life, struggling day to day. But because of that event and many others that occurred, look at me, I'm living an extraordinary life." And it was really a downward spiral for several years after that event took place. Um, Life was hard and I was a victim of it all. But over the past 4 years that I've been on this journey and changed my viewpoint on everything, like I look back over my life and the most challenging relationships with the most discourse, the most painful events opened up the door for all this stuff to happen, right? So if there's things going on in your life that you think, how could I possibly be grateful for this? Be grateful for what it's going to bring and in faith, trust that there's always a greater plan at hand. You can't see it all right now. And then focus on what you do have. Focus on what is tangible now in your life and feel gratitude for that. So that is my message for today. Number one on the list of ways to change the world, specifically your world. And thank you, Cedric Harris, for an amazing training. I'm up super early and ready to rip and roar and get uncomfortable today. I love you all. Have a very, very blessed day.